Yeah, obviously it wasn't the result that we were hoping for, whether it be tonight itself or over the course of the season. I just wanted to thank the fans, the Red Army, for sticking with us. It was really loud in there tonight. It was a big contribution every home game. And, I'm sorry that we didn't meet your expectations for this season. I know expectations are high here, as they should be. And for what it's worth, it's not worth much right now, but for what it's worth, we won't forget the support that you gave us, and me personally for giving me a chance. Things will be improved for next season. I can promise you that. I also want to thank the ownership group, especially Hutchie and Simo and Tanny, for giving me the opportunity to be here and supporting us all season. And as well as Danny Mills, who both of us, there was a lot of hurdles to get here, even for the season. Just getting here basically as the season was starting, and appreciate all those guys for giving me a shot, supporting the team, and again, we'll be learning lots from this season, and starting on Tuesday. And lastly, I just wanted to thank our players for giving me a chance, for trusting me. I certainly believe in and trust them, everyone in that room. And I know everyone's disappointed, but got a lot of respect for the guys in that room, including this guy beside me, for all they've accomplished in their careers and for the effort they gave over this season under pretty tough circumstances. So with that, I know there's going to be lots of questions about other things. I just wanted to make sure I stated all those things first. And you know what? I'm going to add one more thing. Congrats to Tasmania for making the finals in their first year. Pretty incredible achievement. And they earned it. I think that game where they beat us at home here a few weeks ago was a deciding factor. And they're the hottest team in the league right now. So with all due respect to the other three teams, wish them the best of luck moving forward. Thank you.
Okay, over to you. You start with you, Parky, if you could. Sorry, cancel that. Great.
Yeah, Scott, commiserations. What do you say to the blokes after the game? Such a difficult situation. What's your message to the players to try to keep them up, I suppose?
Well, I'm not trying to keep them up. I mean, everyone's disappointed. There's no faking around that. We're all disappointed. Gave it a great effort and fell short over the course of 28 games. The only message I really gave was that what I just said. I thanked them for their efforts. I thanked them for accepting me as a newcomer, and wish them all the best in whatever their future endeavors might be, whether it be with our club or with another club or whatever. It's professional basketball, so it's hard to keep a full group of 15 plus staff together. And I wanted to make sure I thanked them all and told them that I appreciated them, because I honestly do.
Did you feel during the game that the weight of the occasion was stronger than just a normal game? Could you feel it during the match? There were times where you looked like about one basket away from breaking them, and they'd always just be able to get back. And then as the tension rose, it felt like more than a normal game from watching it.
I mean, on paper, it's a normal game. Every game counts the same. But obviously, given the situation, everyone knew what was at stake and puts a little bit more on it. So, yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel like it was a little bit more than a normal game. Doesn't mean I felt pressure any more than normal or felt tighter. I think Jesse could probably speak better for that from the player's perspective. But, yeah, everyone knew it was a big game, and you could feel it.
Jesse, how are you feeling at the moment?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I think a range of emotions. Yeah, it's not a great feeling, is it? Yeah, not great.
So how do you've been through so many highs, and finishing fifth with a 16-12 record isn't like finishing on the bottom of the ladder or anything like that. You've missed out in a situation that no club has ever missed out in before. How difficult is it to know that you've done most things right and still missed out?
Oh, look, I don't think we've done most things right. I mean, I think I'm going to say positive, but I mean, we were always in control of our own destiny. We never had to rely on other teams losing, or it was always in our control. And unfortunately, we couldn't get over that last hurdle. But it doesn't make me feel any better.
Jesse, is that you've been around traps here for a while? Is that as tough a season as you've had to endure, all things considered?
Oh, I think every season has its challenges. Obviously, the last two have been challenging for probably different reasons. I'm not going to sit here and cry poor, though, given that what we went through is probably not as significant as what a team such as New Zealand went through, or other teams. Other teams have had their challenges as well. But it's certainly been an interesting one. But I don't think that lays weight to, I don't think it's an excuse or a valid excuse. I think every team has their challenges, and sure we had some, but yeah, as I said, so does every other team.
Scott, you look at you learn a lot about players in big games, and a couple of them stood up tonight. Fraser and Hodgson, a couple just that I'm looking at some stats now. So do you learn a little bit tonight from your players moving in towards next season?
No, not really, to be honest. I mean, I already believed in those guys, and they've had lots of good moments this season. And, whether a shot rolls in or rolls out in a big game is not going to sway my opinion of these guys. I believe in them, and it's easy to point the finger at this game, for example, because it was a key game we had to win. But as coaches and hopefully as players that are coming back, you think about some of the games that maybe we let slip away earlier in the season, because everything counts the same. And maybe if we're in a position next year, we can try and take care of business a little bit better in some of those early season games that we didn't treat as intensely as this one. But no, to answer your question, I believed in all the guys when we started the game, and I knew they could get it done. We just needed a couple breaks that we didn't get.
Mitchell mentioned what he said to you after the game, and just encouraging you for the challenges that you've had this season as a group. When you reflect on this season now, do you think the toll of being away for so long was greater than what you may have even realised at the time?
Yeah, that's possible. I mean, logistically, it was a nightmare season. I got here the day before the Blitz. We were gone for 2 months. We thought it was going to be a month, and then psych, it's 2 months. All that stuff, injuries. We had the second most missed games from our top group in the league behind Cairns. But like Jesse said, I'm not going to cry about it. They're facts, but we still could have controlled our own destiny and won a couple more games and gotten in. And then we'd be sitting here saying how proud we are to have battled through that stuff and gotten in. But fact is, we had enough to do it, and unfortunately we fell short, and we all have to learn from it and get better. But I hope that next season is a little bit easier from a logistics perspective, because this league's tough enough without all that stuff. You got nine great coaches, 9 other great teams, and you got to be at your best for 28 games. It's a tough league.